Sangate. The state appears through District Attorney Kevin Schmidt in person. Ms. Sangate appears in person with counsel Joel Feliski. We're set today in this matter for the sentencing part of this case. Ms. Sangate pled guilty to retail theft as a misdemeanor, and we are here for sentencing. I believe she has $250 cash posted, or maybe I can't remember how much she has. $250 posted. Mr. Schmidt, what is your argument and sentencing recommendation?
As the court recalls, we're back here for a joint agreement of 90 days jail. The main reason why we're doing that in this case is because this is a person who has 25 past criminal convictions at the age of 42. 12 of those are for stealing offenses, with the vast majority of them being in Burnett County. I appreciate she attempted to do treatment this past time. I would note, according to DOC, it's not her fault that she couldn't do the treatment. She went there, she got assessed, and she was determined to not be appropriate for the services there. So it doesn't blow the plea agreement of the joint agreement there. That's still being followed. What I'm concerned about is how she can accumulate that many convictions and still be doing more things. And when you really see why, it's because of what the actual sentences have been in her cases. She has, aside from her first two cases back in 2002 and 2004 in Burnett County, where Judge Gableman gave her probation with 9 months conditional jail on a Burnett County 5 thefts and a forgery, and prison on a felony bail jump during that same time period. She's gotten exclusively either time served, a concurrent with another sentence, or probation. I've never seen a person placed on probation as many times as this defendant. And given what the history is and how repetitive it's been, I think it'd be inappropriate to do it again here. When a person keeps doing small thefts, we can't just keep saying, hey, it's a small theft, time served from the time you got arrested, 1 year conditional or 1 year probation, when the person has done gotta be over a decade of probation and they're still doing the same behavior. If this person is never specifically deterred from doing the small thefts, the thefts that won't get you into prison land, that aren't big enough that, a private citizen victim will be coming to court and be shaking their fists because they're all like retail thefts, small businesses, things like that. We need to be able to do something to protect our businesses, and that's how we do it. It'd be nuts if we didn't do a significant jail sentence in this case with that criminal history, even though this is a small theft. Because when you have somebody with 12 past theft convictions and they do a small theft, there are other small thefts and they're just not getting caught. So for that reason, I think the court should follow the joint agreement of 90 days jail. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Feliski?
Thank you, Your Honor. I'll keep my remarks brief. I do want to first address custody credit. Here I have the following dates that Ms. Sangate was confirmed to be in custody associated with this case: May 7th until May 8th of this year, September 4th until October 2nd, again of this year, and lastly from October 7th until October 16th, adding up all of that, she would have 41 days of custody credit. I will also note, and perhaps there's just clarification here that needs to happen, I believe that she is here making an appearance for sentencing on this case. Your Honor, as the state pointed out, this is not a case where Ms. Sangate is agreeing to pay some amount of money on a fine at some point in the future. This is not a case where she is going under probation for, not to be flippant about it, but the umpteenth time. She is here today with the understanding that she will be returning into custody. She has put forth an effort, Your Honor. I actually did not have contact with her up until very recently, but she has put forth an effort to reintegrate herself into the community. It's my understanding that she is actually currently employed at Danbury Lodge. She actually has her orientation scheduled for tomorrow. So we're not asking Your Honor to overturn the agreement. We are asking for the court to follow the agreement. I think that the sentence that's imposed here is significant given the nature of this offense. I think it will, as a deterrent, help to protect the community. And I will note, although I do understand, of course, that she was in custody on other matters in other counties, but she has spent a significant amount of time, Your Honor, in custody as this case has proceeded. I believe she was in custody from the time of May 7th up until that point in October 16th. with the caveat there, of course, there was a week spent in treatment. Your Honor, the only additional ask that I would have at this time is that she would be eligible for release on the ankle monitor so that she can continue her employment. It's my understanding that she would have funds available for that program. But overall, I think that this is an appropriate agreement, and I would ask the court to follow it. Thank you.
Thank you. I just need clarification. I only see $250 posted. I see it was amended to $500 cash about the treatment, and I didn't receive any notification from the Department of Corrections about her ineligibility of treatment. I don't know if that was just.
I had to call them to find out. When I saw she got out, I called them to figure out the reason why, to see if she just left against advice. I found out that was not the reason. They said she went there, she got assessed, and you're not qualified for this program.
Okay.
I don't know if she just wasn't high enough risk or what.
Either way, we only have $250
I see. I stand corrected then.
unless she was in custody somewhere else and had a post somewhere and we don't have it.
Both times here.
I see in the notes here on CCAP that it covers a group file 25 GF 246 and 25 CM89. That may be where the discrepancy is from.
Oh, that was declined to prosecute. That was
I see.
should have been reissued back.
I see.
So, all right. Okay. So Ms. Sangate, anything you want to add or you want to state? You don't have to make any statement, but it's your only opportunity.
I would like to just give a little more information on my employment. I was able to seek employment with St. Croix Casino Danbury Casino, and my supervisor will be Wanda Matrias. So I was going to be going in for a full-time position, environmental service work, and that would be 4 nights a week, 4 to midnight. So it'll be the second shift with dishwashing 2 days a week. But the dishwashing fell through, so they want me right now as part-time environmental service worker, which is cleaning various areas of the casino floor, trash, ashtrays. The kitchen would be like garbage. Administration would be sweeping, mopping floors, taking out garbage, vacuuming. So going through like in the orientation, it would be going through the OSHA, cleaning, restrict or guideline for the casino. I'm also getting help through St. Croix Casino Danbury for employment lodging. So it would be, I have my letters written for St. Croix Tribal Council and also seeking housing through St. Croix Casino or St. Croix Tribe, Joe Merrill. I have my letters in there. They have a housing board meeting tomorrow night, which I would like to be present for. I'm asking for a Danbury apartment, which I know that there's 2 available, but right now they only see fit if I am lodged through St. Croix Casino Danbury Casino Lodge, the old hotel. So it would be most of my money that I make, but I would be able to save enough for the ankle monitor if, I were accepted. So I'm not gonna lie, it's been hard out there. I've been able to, remain or keep complete sobriety.
You look like you're sober.
There's a lot going on in my family, and they haven't been able to be as supportive. I haven't really been able to connect back with them. So I'm kind of walking alone in this. And
it's the best idea not to
Yeah.
connect with them right now.
yeah, so doing a little bit with the church also. There was a women's hunter breakfast. I was able to go in, also able to request help. through them. So I do get a lot of support around the church tables, and, requesting housing through any other tribal community or any other district right now, it just, for me, it isn't working. So, I mean, remaining here, reconnecting back into, my tribal community, has been my best hope. I don't have all of the time credit in, and, I'm requesting to be able to work this job. You know, I'm be able, I'm, re- I'm requesting to be able to have monies if I have to come in and sit. It's hard sitting in jail here as well. With no money, with no family, no visitation. I don't want to keep revisiting this table, these tables here, and I want to keep my word. I want to be able to gain on my own housing. I'm capable of it. I've done it before. I've shown proof with West Cap and Salvation Army when they merged. Mhm.
I need to stop you.
Oh, okay.
Unfortunately, we have a timeline, and
Okay.
I am very happy to hear all of those things. And I am seeing you are sober. You look the best that I've seen you since I first saw you. I think it was 2017 when you were released from prison and you were in front of me. Even then, after you were released, you quickly got back into that lifestyle. You just have a different glow about you today. And I want to see you continue to do that. I do understand why the agreement was reached, that this is a very, it's not a very serious case, but it's something that if you look at your history, it's a repetitive thing. And it's over stupid things like Four Loko. Are you kidding me? Four Loko, or I think one was a different kind of bottle of booze, or I don't know if it's Bacardi. I don't know if it was, what was that other one? The Jägermeister, I think, and was one of them. I'm trying to think back to all of those. They're silly things. And I don't know what has went through your head each of these times, but I'm really hoping you're going to be in a position where you're going to change that. All right. I do agree that the recommendation is appropriate with the 90 days of jail. I'm not permitting the monitor right now, but here is why. Because I'm not having you, I'm giving you time before you have to turn yourself in, and I'm having another hearing, because here's what I'm going to do. You engage in the skills directed practice with Dave Hatch. You do that. I'm going to tell you, then I will very strongly consider that consider your request to be on a monitor. Okay?
Okay.
Because I want to see you engage in this. Instead of putting you, because I can't, if I'm going to do 90 days in jail, I can't put you on probation. And if I can't put you on probation, I can't order programs. So I'm going to say, if you complete this program, that's going to go in very strongly towards the argument that the court allow you to sit the remaining time at house arrest with Huber and on monitor. Okay? It costs $100, and it's a 4-week intense program. Okay? So you need to contact Dave Hatch immediately, talk to your attorney, get this set up. If you do engage in this program, then I'm going to tell you that's going to be very, very favorable. So I'm ordering the 90 days, at this time denying the monitor, but I'm going to set another hearing and we'll be back. And then that'll be either the date that I say, okay, you can have a monitor, or you must turn yourself in. Okay? So can you do December 18th at 9:15?
That will work, Your Honor.
All right. So I'm going to give you this sheet. I'm going to put it up here. You can grab it, and I'm going to mark what program it is. And I'm not going to fill it out because I'm not court ordering it. It's just going to go a long way at the next hearing and whether or not I consider the monitor. With regards to the fines and fees, I'm going to assess $250. I'm going to waive the rest. You have $250 posted. You're good to go. You have 20 days to appeal. Should you fail to appeal within 20 days, you do lose that right. I need your DNA, but you can wait until either you turn yourself into the jail to serve the time in custody, or you have to still turn yourself in, even if you're going to be on the monitor, and then they can take your DNA at that time. Okay? You would have the ability to request it be expunged through a written letter through the Department of Justice. You can talk to your attorney. It's easy to do. I'm going to give you 41 days of jail credit right now.
Okay.
And we will see you back on December 18th and where we are. Okay? Anything that I'm missing, Mr. Schmidt?
Does the court need to technically set a time to report by today?
That is going to be the day. I said either I'm going to say monitor or I'm going to say report immediately.
That's all.
All right, Mr. Flisky?
Nothing further. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Then we are adjourned. We do not have a Lori Harvey by anything. So I don't know. If you guys want to come forward, we
A 42-year-old woman with 25 prior convictions returned to a Wisconsin courtroom facing sentencing for a misdemeanor retail theft, another small shoplifting case in a long history of similar crimes. Prosecutors argued that despite years of probation and lenient sentences, she continued committing thefts with 12 prior stealing offenses, and asked the judge to follow a joint agreement of 90 days in jail to finally create real consequences. Her defense acknowledged the seriousness of her record, but pointed out that she had recently tried to turn her life around, seeking treatment, securing a new job at a casino, reconnecting with her tribal community, and working toward housing. During sentencing, the judge noted she looked healthier and more focused than in past court appearances, yet emphasized that the repeated pattern of theft couldn't be ignored. The court imposed the 90-day jail sentence, but left a door open for redemption. If she completes an intensive behavioral program before the next hearing, the judge may allow her to serve the remaining time on electronic monitoring instead of jail. For now, the punishment stands, but her future depends on whether she can finally break the cycle that has followed her for years. Balance